can you start a little bit and tell me a little bit about Mount to Coast, the company?
Absolutely. So Mount to Coast launched this past April. It's crazy to think we're not even a year old, but we've got 3 shoes available online right now. Our flagship shoe is the R1.
The
so the
shoe.
R1 is a great way to kind of tell the story of Mount to Coast. Mount to Coast started because they wanted to serve the craziest runners out there, which are the ultra marathoners, those really long distance pursuits. So everything about this shoe is built through athlete insight. And furthermore, the design team behind it has over 80 plus combined years of experience in innovation. So from the our midsole technology, which is called LightCell, this insert here, GoFlow, it's a unique geometry, and then our Zero Zag technology. All of those components of technology combine to make this shoe last well over 800 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know that your average shoe, the rule is kind of 300 to 500.
300 to
right?
500, yes.
You work in a running store,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
That's what you always tell people. And we've got athletes running and testing in these shoes for, again, over 800 miles.
Awesome.
So they're super durable.
They're light too.
They're super lightweight, and they've got a jacquard upper, and then this Zero Sag insert here. This is actually the material used in F1 rally cars for shock absorption.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so like most shoes, they test, hey Ben, they test shoes on like a cushion repetition for 100,000 repetitions, making sure that shock absorption is there. Mount to Coast tests their shoes 3x to make sure these shoes are going to withstand those 100-mile races. Another piece of athlete insight that helped craft the R1 is when you're running those big miles, your feet get really swollen, right? So like you'll see ultra runners who've cut the uppers off of their shoe because they need that splay and their feet need to breathe. So what they did is designed a dual lacing system here. So you can kind of adjust the forefoot.
Oh, and this is a little bit different than he was showing me on the trail shoe that y'all are going to introduce.
Yes.
It's 2 different, you tuck it in 2 different places, and this is kind of interesting.
A little bit different. This hooks onto that top lace there once you tighten it up. But yeah, it's got the dual lacing system to give you that extra bit of comfort while you're running. But yeah, this is R1, and this is really meant for a road shoe. And when Mount to Coast launched, everyone associates ultra with trail. But there are so many road races.
Well, yeah, I run road ultras too.
Exactly. And so like this shoe is really designed for road, but we've got a lot of people, and I run on gravel in this. Texas has so many gravel pathways.
You can run in this, or you could use...
Absolutely. Yeah. So these hold up just fine on gravel, but they're really designed for road. And now in 2025, we're going to launch into trail, like you said. So I'll grab the trail shoe here.
Oh, these are nice. Very nice.
There you go. So this is our T1. That was the R1. R stands for racing. This is T1. Obviously,
trail
T stands
1.
for trail. Yeah. Try and make the naming a bit easier.
It's okay.
So this is T1. It's got the dual lacing system again. And then you've got this Kevlar yarn mixed upper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
this would be really tough.
Yes. Yeah. When trail shoes, you're hitting thorns and brush and dirt and mud and all sorts of stuff. So we designed this upper to be not only extremely durable, but also really lightweight, which is why it's that mixed yarn woven. Because these are still a really lightweight shoe.
So these still have the same midsole?
Correct. So this is still LightCell technology. We've got athletes running in this again. It's lasting them way longer than the average 300, 500 miles. And then you've got a Vibram Mega Grip.
Which is the best.
Yes, and light base. So keeps these shoes light, nimble, and durable. 4mm shark tooth lugs here. Keep your grip real nice while you're running. So yeah, we've got LightCell, Vibram, dual lacing system again.
Okay, and then
that Kevlar mixed yarn.
I asked
Yeti.
Yeti. Mm-hmm. It's the road shoe has an 8mm heel to toe drop.
Okay. Yep.
And these are more like 6 or something, I think.
I believe yes. I'll have to double check that.
I'm sorry.
For you.
He was telling me all this stuff, so I'm just trying to.
No, that's great. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
We're filming right here.
It's all good. Yeah. So these are the trail shoes. They are launching in early summer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like them.
And then the last one that'll come out in 2020.
I also like all the research he says they're doing, scanning people's feet to decide how wide you should make different parts of the shoe. and-
Absolutely.
Right.
I think the really cool thing about this product development team is that experience. I mean, Yeti helped, he's a supercritical foaming pioneer. And not a lot of people know that, but he actually helped one of the biggest running shoe brands who's here today. He helped them launch their whole Asian innovation line. So he is just, there's not a whole lot of people on this floor who know more about shoes and supercritical foaming than Yeti. And you can tell that, like, basically the shoe speaks for itself. You know, it makes my job really easy
another really
people wear
lightweight.
people wear the shoes and they're a convert. But the other shoe that's coming out in 2025 is our H1. This is our H1 here. This stands for hybrid.
Right.
And this is your road to trail shoe.
So you
it's
see a
good
little
trainer.
little thinner lugs.
Yep.
So this is also coming out, you said June?
2025. This will come out like fall-ish. It's all good. We're just doing this really fast.
Okay.
We're filming really quick. So this is H1, the hybrid. It uses Circle Cell. This is our new midsole.
Okay.
So R1, P1, S1, and then our Trail launching in 2025, all light cell. This is Circle Cell. So Circle Cell uses, we partnered with BASF, which is one of the largest chemical companies in the world, to use it's called BMB EcoFlex. And it's a material that uses 100% renewable feedstock. Then we put it through our very specific supercritical foaming process to create Circle Cell.
Okay.
So think about like if you were to compost, 10 pounds of banana peels and fruit rinds and coffee grinds in your kitchen. BASF takes that sort of renewable feedstock and presses it into a certain sort of material called that EcoFlex. And then we use it to develop this.
And then you're supercritical and you're injecting the...
Exactly, yeah. So this is essentially compostable. It's got to be composted in a certain way,
Right.
but it does not use any fossil fuel-based materials.
Nice.
So yeah, and this is, the whole goal of Mountain to Coast is to question how running does sustainability. So, it's great to use all sorts of different materials that are sustainable, but if the shoe doesn't actually last,
Right.
then is it really sustainable?
Right.
Right. So our goal is to create a shoe and really operate at that forefront of sustainability, to have a shoe that lasts you way above the average mileage, but that's eco-friendly. So we're really trying to pay attention to the environment and develop more of a circular model in production, which they're doing. Like some of their partners use solar energy to power their factories. So the H1 I think is a great, if the R1 is an embodiment of Mountain to Coast foundation of trying to serve those long distance runners, this is the next level of serving long distance runners who are also looking for a shoe that has less impact on the planet.
This would be great for my snowdrop race I have coming up at the end.
Oh,
of the year.
very cool. We'll have to get you a pair.
Because it's road and with little bits of crushed gravel and things, this would be awesome. So.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our proprietary grip. So this is called Versa Grip. Yeah. So yeah, and you've got the dual lacing system again. So a great racing shoe, a great trainer. They're trying to, I think what's cool about Mountain to Coast is they're trying to return to that simplicity of running, where you've got a workhorse type shoe that you can take out on a race to train. And it isn't just so stratified. Like, I need a racer, I need a trainer, I need a speed work shoe. You can do a lot
in the same
one
shoe.
shoe.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me again, the other two models are the P1 and the other road shoes that you have. You have an R1
Yes.
right now,
Yes.
S1, P1
Yes.
and S1.
Correct.
Right?
So in our first year, we launched 3 shoes. R1, which is that racer we showed, S1, and then P1. The S1 is considered our daily trainer, R1 is our racer. Not a whole lot of different, uses the same technology except for the dual lacing system.
Okay.
And then the P1 is considered our stability shoe. So it's actually got a component in the P1 that if you excessively overpronate, it will correct for that.
Okay.
If you don't, it won't activate it essentially.
Which is awesome because...
Yeah, it's very cool. And the P1 is like, I would consider it, outside of the H1, our most plush,
because I really don't
cushioned
push...
ride.
Working in a running store, I really don't push stability shoes unless someone is really badly overpronated.
Exactly. And this kind of serves, if you don't need it, that stability, the shoe still works for you and it's extremely comfortable. If you do, you've got it built in.
I just had to ask because I want to understand the line. Yes,
yes, absolutely. So, I think in the first 2 years of operation, we'll have that like road racing line. We've got our first trail, and then we've got the hybrid, focusing really on like that circular environmental model.
Well, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I guess
Thank
that's
you so
all.
much.
Thank you, Anna.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.